Good morning, girls. Today we will see the working of a CRO, instrument called cathode ray oscilloscope, which is basically used to trace the waveforms and also make measurements of amplitude, frequency. Let us see. We are using a software called Multisync, where all the instruments are loaded. It's called actually a virtual lab. You can see all the instruments here. These are all the instruments. If you just hold it here, the name appears there. And this is a multimeter. This is a function generator, which is used. This is the function generator. This is used to generate sine wave, triangular wave, and a square. How do you know whether it is generating? Only when you connect it to another instrument called cathode ray oscilloscope. This is a cathode ray oscilloscope. If you connect this to this, you will be able to see the waveforms and make the measurements. Let us see now. If you click on this, you will see various characteristics or attributes of this function generator. If you select this, it will give you sine wave. If you select this, it will give you a triangular wave. If you select this, it will give you a square wave. Okay? So now let us say you take this. Now we have selected a sine wave. What are the characteristics of this? The frequency, the duty cycle, and amplitude. You can choose. If you click on this, you get a pop-up menu. You can select a frequency in picohertz, nanohertz, microhertz, millihertz, hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz, and terahertz. So for a better understandability, let's take it as 1 kilohertz let us say. And let the amplitude is 10. P refers to peak voltage. Now let us see how do we know that it is generating. This is positive, this is negative here. So connect this to positive, this to negative. If you hold, how do you connect? You will see a node there that indicates the connection. If you connect it here, you will see another node. If you join, a line will come that indicates the connection. There is a button here called simulation button. You switch it on. It says the circuit is not grounded. So you need to ground the circuit. So how do you do that? Pick up. You don't click. You just take the cursor there, hold it here. You will get a title saying that it is what it is. So play source. If you click on this, all these will be appearing. Right now what you need is ground. So say OK. Leave it here. Close it. You have to connect it to the negative. So this is the negative. Click. Now that message is not coming, so it's now ground. You can see a waveform being generated and you are able to see this. If you say reverse, you will see white background. You are able to see that it has a sine wave being generated, but you are not able to read it because it's running very fast. So what you do is reduce the time base. That means you are reducing the frequency. There is a trigger. This is the frequency. And this is amplitude. Amplitude is measured in terms of the voltage. So if you reduce, always you must choose the amplitude in such a way that it fits into this grid or into something like a graph paper. It should fit into this. Only then you can make the measurements clearly. The waveform what you choose, the amplitude should be so chosen that it is fitting into the 3 squares up and 3 squares down. Now, how do you make the measurement of amplitude and frequency using this? Now, this is a sine wave as you can see. It is this pattern that is getting repeated as you are able to see this. So, the time taken to complete one oscillation is referred to as the time period. So, now how do you measure the time? Each of this square is called 1 unit, and that 1 unit is divided into 5 divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, the value of each division is 1.5, that is 0.2. And when you see here time base, for division. E refers to this entire thing as one unit and one division. So from here to here is 500 microseconds. From here to here is another 500 microseconds. So when you see each block, this is 500, this is 500. And it is encroaching into the third unit where it is meeting the first division. So what is the value of first division? Each value is 0.2, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.1. The value of each division is 0.2. And this division is to be multiplied by whatever base you have taken. So 5 divisions here correspond to 500 microseconds. Thereby the value of each division is 500 by 5 means 600, 200, 300, 400, 500. So using this calculation, 1, 2. This is 2.2 nearly. 2.2 into 500 will be how much? It is 500, 500, 1000 and this is 100. So 1100 microseconds is the time. What is the frequency? 1 by 100 microseconds. It's nearly 1 kilohertz is the frequency. So now how do you know whether what you are getting is correct or not? Stop the simulation. Go back to this. What did you fix it as? 1 kilohertz. So what you fix is what you are able to see from the screen. Next, let us see how do you measure the amplitude. Amplitude is on the y-axis. You measure along the x-axis the time period. To measure the amplitude, it should be on the y-axis. This is one peak, this is another peak. Sine wave goes from +1 to -1. So peak to peak is this. Now, how many divisions it is, how many squares it is occupying? Above the 0 axis, 2 squares. Below the 0 axis, 2 squares. So peak to peak voltage, how do you measure? This is again divided into, this is one unit divided into 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, 0.9. So now this is 2 squares above, 2 squares below. So how many squares together? Peak to peak value, 4 squares. 4 squares, each square, now this is for the time base, this is for the amplitude. As the scale indicates, it is 10 volts per division. Indicates each block is 10 volts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 40 volts, 4 into 10 volts. So 4 into 10 is 40 volts, peak to peak. Peak to peak is 40. So peak value is maximum value about either positive maximum or negative maximum will be half of it. That is, when the peak to peak is 40, the peak value or the maximum value is 20. Let us see what we have done is correct. So for that, first stop the simulation, stop this, click on this, it will tell you amplitude, peak value is this. So this is giving you a peak by, what you are getting is, actually this is in 10 volts division channel A. We should see this, we have connected it to channel B. How do you see? Because it is the channel that is connected. So then it's 5 flows are 20. Peak is 10, this is 10, together is 20. Then peak, so peak to peak will be 10 and then 20. This is how you measure this. And if you choose this square wave, this is the simulation in progress, you will stop this. Click on this, choose square wave, again simulate, here you see this way. Stop the simulation, choose square wave, again start. Stop. Maybe pause is not working. So we choose this. Simulate once again. Very good. So the measurement remains the same whether it is sine, square or cosine.